Yeah. Hippie soul in the building, man. I'm back with another one, man. So, like, yo, on this video, we're gonna talk about like how weed works. You know how weed works with your body, basically. You understand? So this is for stoners, people who love smoking weed, but they don't understand actually like why they prefer to do some of the things that they do while high. You understand? Whilst high. So you can never come to that realization for the most part if you haven't tried weed in any form. You understand? So if you haven't tried like space cookies, if you haven't tried like smoking it, if you haven't tried even like smelling it, understand? You won't understand. Like even people who know how it smells, they don't understand. The only people who understand it is the people who smoke it, because that's when it's a lot more effective. You understand? So it's like, okay, let me roll up. Meantime, what I'm still talking to y'all niggas. Oh, I'm shaking myself. You feel me? So like, it's like you have to understand that like, okay, the purpose of this video, I wanna make a quick disclaimer, right? This video is not for people who don't smoke marijuana and for kids underage in general. Understand? And this is like for people who don't smoke marijuana. You can watch it because it's a learning. It's like information that you need to know. You understand? Whether you smoke weed or not, whether you have tried it or not, like after watching this video, you're gonna have a better understanding why you even smoke weed in the first place. You understand? Why you gravitated towards weed and not other drugs that are much stronger or much weaker, or however you wanna look at it, you know? So it's like, you know, there's like those kind of people, right? Who are naturally like high spirited people. You understand? There are those people who are naturally high on life, you know. There are those people who are naturally like exhilarated by life. You know, they have that energy for life. You understand? And there are those people who are naturally at lower vibrations, who are always low, sad. You know, they are like the opposite of the higher ones. You know, but you know what I mean. Like you can even like the thing that I'm speaking about right now, the thing that I'm talking about right now, about high and low. You can even look at like the best example that you're gonna see about whatever that I'm talking about right now is when you look at kids. You understand? Kids, toddlers. If you can look at toddlers, one of like they fall under two polarities. You understand? One can either be very like high energy, you know, full of life, you know, happy, exhilarated, all those things. You understand? And then there's another side of it, which is one can be depressed. A kid, as a kid, they can be depressed, low vitality. They don't love life. They are not high on life. They just wanna escape wherever that they go, whatever situation that you put them in. They want to escape. You get them to school, they want to escape. You make them leave school, they want to escape home. You understand? Like it goes deeper to that level. You understand? But in general, it's just people who are normally naturally high on life, and there's people who are normally naturally chilled on life. You understand? Who don't like who seem to have little less like less energy than those who are normally high on life. You understand? So those are just the two kinds of people that you have in life. So like that's why I said like you gotta watch this no matter if you smoke weed or not, because you're gonna get a clear understanding that why in general some people that, because you're gonna find your son or your daughter maybe smoking weed, and for you've been looking at them like, yo, my child would never do that. You understand? Things like that. But you don't understand that this is a spiritual thing, you know. So the after like done with the disclaimer, right? So now the purpose of this video is to make y'all understand, right, how weed work like spiritual. You understand? How weed works spiritual. So there's two levels of people: high on life, low on life. That's how we're gonna put it. And there's always you know, if there's a polarity, there's always a middleman, there's always a middle ground, you understand? So there are those also who are in the middle. Those they can fall in either, you understand, of the two. They can fall in, like they have both characteristics, let me put it that way. They have like high on life characteristics and they have depressed low on life characteristics, you understand? So those who are in the middle are people who are just regular as people. You know, they're not high on life. They are sometimes high on life. They are sometimes low on life. You understand? That's like 90% of the people. Uh, like most of the people in the world are like that. You understand? And then the rest are just a special kind. You understand? Those are like a special kind. Those who are high on life, they are here to help us to find the true space and meaning of happiness. And those who are low on life, they are here to help us find the true space of non-happiness, which is depression, whatever, you know, sadness, shame, like all those like low emotional, low vibrational emotional, you know, low vibration emotions, you understand? So now when you smoke weed, right? Some people, when they try smoking weed and then you ask them how was it, they're gonna tell you like, oh, no, it doesn't make me feel well, you understand? It makes me lose my energy, it makes me feel tired, and you know, like I don't know how I feel after smoking weed, you understand? Like they don't fall under the category of those who are enjoying it, you understand? Like not even enjoying it, but in terms of energetically how it makes them feel, they fall under the category of it drops them, you understand? It doesn't make them feel high, it makes them feel what? Low. Isn't like it makes them feel less, like less, they have less energy than they had before they smoke weed, you understand? And then there's a group of people who smoke weed and then they feel exhilarated, they start to light up, you know, they start to smile, they start to be happy, they start to think in a different manner, you understand? It's an energetic thing, you understand? It's a spiritual thing. It doesn't happen on the mind, it happens on an energy level. So you won't even be able to detect it if you are not spiritually inclined, you understand? So like we have those kinds of people, right? Those who are just normally at a high vibration, you understand? And there are those who are just normally at a low vibration, and there are those who are just normally in the middle ground, you understand? Now if I were to answer the question of where am I on that hierarchy, I would say that I'm in the middle, you understand? At this point. But when I was like naturally me, I'm pretty much like on the lower negative scale, you understand? Because, okay, let me put it this way. Naturally I'm at a high because the only memories that I have as a kid is like being happy. I was never like a kid who was like who had a very bad outgrowing and stuff like that. No, I've always had whatever, like not even everything that I wanted, but I've always had the opportunity. Like I've always had the realization, you know, that I have something bigger to offer in the world. So, and I am much more bigger than whatever that I have and have not, you know. So I've always had that kind of realization with me. So for me, like normally I'm at a higher vibration, understand? So when I smoke weed, it drops my energy. I feel like I'm losing my energy, you understand, when I smoke weed. But like, let me say naturally, when I had my first joint, right, I felt like I was going down, understand? For some people, they feel they light up, they become exhilarated, they start to engage more, you understand, things like that. But when they don't smoke weed, they are low, they are lower selves, you understand? So for me, I've always been my higher self. So like I've always been exhilarated, people always love me. I've been that person that when somebody looks at me, they look at me and think that, oh, but this kid is someone that I want to talk to, you know, things like that. Like I've always had people love me for no reason, just because of how I look, how I am in general, you understand? So it showed that I used to attract good vibration people who already match how I'm looking at myself, you understand, subconsciously. So now being that the energy that I carry, when I smoke weed, it drops me below. Understand? It drops me, like at this point I'm in the middle ground because of how I've managed to like manually program myself, you understand, to say, okay, when I smoke I want to feel this way or this way. Like when I smoke I want to go higher or down. I can program myself compared to back then when I started, because back then it found me in my neutral state of being and then it dropped me, you understand. So every time I used to smoke weed, I used to smoke weed to relax and stuff like that, you know, calm the nerves down, just chill, understand, get to think with low vibrations, you understand. That's what I was training myself to do. But people who are naturally at a lower vibration, when they smoke weed, it gets them high, so they get to think high ideas and stuff like that, you know. So that's how weed works basically, you understand. If you are a high vibrational being, it's going to put you at a lower vibration. You understand? Because weed resonates, this weed plant, it resonates at about like 380, if I'm not lying. 380 hertz. Weed. Understand? That's the frequency of weed. It's at 380 something. So it's gonna put you at about like at what we call like acceptance. You understand? It's gonna put you at the state that we call acceptance. So that's why a lot of people, when they smoke weed, they start to feel like, you know, they are understanding now why things have been happening to them, things like that, you know. They get into a state of accepting their life, their self, and things the way they are, you understand. So weed is right next, like right before desire, you know, where where any desire resonates, weed is just below there, you understand. Because it allows you to like it puts you in a state of being that you can accept, you understand, that you can accept things as they are and then you can move on. That's why a lot of people, when they smoke weed, they start to say, fuck it, you understand, fuck this, fuck that, you know, yes, I have this to do, I have that to do, but fuck it, you understand. It's because of they are now starting to accept, okay, this is how it is, now I'm accepting, you understand. So now, does it necessarily mean you have to smoke weed to come to this realization, you understand? For me, weed just came as a gift for me to actually come to that realization that, okay, this is where I am spiritually, so I have to elevate. And if I want to be relatable, I have to come back down, you understand, aka smoke a joint, so that I can be relatable. Otherwise I'm always at a high frequency. So anyone who's trying to make me vibrate lower is gonna like have a hard time with me, you understand. So that's the thing about weed. That's why a lot of people, again, they feel like after they smoke weed they become more humble and stuff like that. It's because of that. And you know, because like look at it this way. If you smoke weed and then you become humble, right? If you look at it that like you become humble when you smoke weed, like you get to chill out, you understand. Then you have to understand that you are a high vibrational being. But if you smoke weed and you feel like you have to express yourself now, go out there, you know, let the world see you, then you are a low vibrational being, and weed allows you to step into those states of beings so that you can activate those chakras within your energy fields, you understand. And for other people who are a high vibrational being, they have to learn to activate what? Low vibrational energy fields, chakras, you understand. So that's mainly the discernment, understand, that you can get between people who smoke, like people, different kind of people who smoke weed, you understand? Like it always comes down to that. It boils down to that. High vibrational or low vibrational being. If you are a low vibrational being, naturally you might find yourself being addicted to weed, you understand, or any other drug. So people who become addicted to drugs, they are naturally low vibrational beings. They are born into this world low vibrational, and they are raised into low vibrational families, and they have adopted those habits, whatever, thinking patterns and stuff like that. And people who are at a high vibrational level, they the opposite side of it exactly, you understand? So now what can you take from this? Well, basically what you can take from this is you have to learn how to find a way to find where you are, you understand, in this scale, in this hierarchy of low vibrational beings and high vibrational beings, you understand? Because if you don't really get to know yourself, if you don't really get to, because basically that's what knowing yourself is. It's knowing your position in the spiritual world, you understand? So that you can know what direction you're moving in. Are you moving towards heaven, or are you moving towards hell? Are you moving towards the lower vibration, or are you moving towards the higher vibration? Or are you remaining in the new space field, which is the subconscious, in the new space field, where there's everything new, there's nothing new under the sun, but over the sun is everything new, everything is new above or over the sun, but under the sun nothing is new, right? So by default we know above or over the sun everything is new, you understand? So you can either go to hell or heaven, or you can either decide, okay, this is where my spirit goes, right? At the natural, at the balanced, where now you don't even need to go higher or lower. You just need to experience, you understand, both fields, so that you can get the most out of this esoteric knowledge, Not only history, because history is esoteric knowledge, but of earth, you understand? It's the esoteric knowledge of the being that you are in, which is earth. That's history. And then you have the esoteric knowledge, which is the earth, right? Which is the knowledge that makes up earth, you understand? Which is the earth before it becomes earth, the knowledge that makes up whatever that is made up, you understand? You have to understand that the way we learn here is the very same way that we learn. I'm not telling you about teachers being in and showing you over there by the board that this is what. No, by trial and experience, that's how we learn, you understand? So through travel and experience, that's how you're gonna learn about yourself, by using your imagination. There's a lot of things that go into it, but on my other videos, you can if you can watch all my videos, you can develop your own worldview to a point that you can actually see this world for what it really is. Not only this world, but existence for what it really is. You understand? So you have to know that everyone was meant to develop their own worldview. You understand? So that they can actually see this thing for what it is, because all of us have seen it for what it really is, but in this incarnation we have to see it for what it is now, you understand, so that we can take this knowledge to the next level, you understand, or to the next life, or whatever however it's going to happen, whatever is going to happen for each individual, you understand? But you don't have to look up to another person and take whatever that they're telling you and then use it however that it they're saying it, understand, or how they're expecting it to be. You don't have to go about it that way. You can actually just develop your own worldview by understanding where these people come from, with whatever information that they're coming with, So yeah.